Hi guys, so I'm going to be talking about religion and spirituality, and I did just get into it last time, but the video got deleted. So anyway, religion and spirituality to me is most kind of the same thing, and I say this because when it comes to religion and spirituality, you're both walking along this path to find enlightenment on your own, but there are some differences. But I believe that those differences, once you break it down to people, you'll see how they are really not differences, how they are the same, just spun a different way, different perceptions. And there are different perceptions about everything. And don't get me wrong, between religion and spirituality, you are getting deceived into believing something. You are getting deceived into believing that this person is blah, 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 and this person is da, 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 okay, when it comes to religion and spirituality. And, even the name of stuff, you go to some churches, and you see a white Jesus, but I'm telling you, Jesus isn't white, okay, Jesus isn't black, because, Jesus is a person, if that is real regarding religion, okay? And let me tell you something, let me get down to something right now. White is perceived as good magic and black is perceived as bad magic. And it's because people have spun these things, they have taken on this color, but who's to say that you're white? Who's to say that you're black? Who's to say that you're yellow? Who's to say that you're not? I don't know, but I remember society going along with this being yellow, this being green, okay? This being black. I mean, I can't find anything white right now, but, society needs to start sticking with the colors and stop trying to compare it to their skin. But, whatever. I mean, no, not whatever, because people really do need to do that. And before, there were no such thing as colors or races, because we are just spirits living in our body. And white magic has no color towards it, okay? There's no such thing as, the concept between good and bad is so narrow-minded, but people have made to believe that black is bad when it's really not. And it's sad because people classify themselves as black, and they're classifying themselves as people who are bad, who do bad magic, all this voodoo, crap, okay? So, and that it's just not true. So, you guys might want to fix that. Stop calling yourself freaking color, because I highly doubt that most of the people who are watching this video, your name probably isn't the color. And, honestly, white's one of the, in some generation, we've all had, the weak times, but, and we're still living in slavery right now. People are becoming slaves to the mindset from other people. They're listening to what other people are telling them instead of coming up with their own thoughts, stepping out of that and checking the facts. But I swear there's probably going to be 2 people that are listening to me. I'm going to say this because you're going to look and you're going to see a kid. But this kid is telling you something that's right, and you just don't want to listen. You don't want to go back and look for yourself to see what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to spirituality and religion, there are different concepts on the things, and it's because it's perceived differently. My question is, for those of you who have Christianity, involve yourselves in Christianity, if you know that the book was taken and written by 40 different people, I'm sorry, should that not raise an eyebrow? Hold on, no. 40 different people, that's 40 different perceptions. If I say I hate ham and ask my friend sitting right next to me to say, what did I say? They're probably not going to say I ate ham. They're probably going to change it a bit. They're going to say, you just ate ham, or you had ham. Okay? Not I ate ham. That's different perceptions. Therefore, another person listening to what my friend is saying about what I just said is probably not going to take it in from me. Okay? They're probably going to take it in from that, which is a different perception. Therefore, another lie or another, I hope you understand what I'm saying, because this is real stuff. And in the Bible, it says, I am Jesus. Okay? When it comes to spirituality, we are told to believe that we have gods in ourselves, okay? But Let me get real for a minute. If you can see in the Bible that I am Jesus, okay, now the root chakra, I don't remember, it means I am the foundation for. So that means we are all the foundation of gods. We are all building more gods upon gods, or what we call gods, what we believe to be the higher power. And here's another thing. People look for God outside of themselves, but for those who believe in spirituality, and for those of them who are like, I am Jesus, it just means I am, okay? I am a God, you are a God, we are, and we did not derive from animals. Like, whoever believes that you derive from animals, get that thought out of your head, okay? Because what part of this body looks like a freaking animal? None. Okay? If anything, animals derive from us. So, but you can fact check if you want. I encourage you to do that because this is honest stuff, and I hope that you share this video so more people can hear it. Because more people need to open their eyes, and nothing is going to change because nobody wants anything to change. Not bad enough. Like, here's how real it is. If people really didn't want Donald Trump in office, he wouldn't be in the office. If people really didn't want, what's this called, Bill Clinton or anybody who's been in office or been in some type of spotlight put by society, they wouldn't be there. Religion and spirituality, and some religion is created to keep people in check, but spirituality is created to explore boundaries, to keep the sense of freedom there when it's really not, to me. And don't get me wrong, I do believe in it, but I feel like they are the same thing. They're just spun differently. And I feel like with people who believe more in spirituality are more open to it being the same thing than people who really believe in religion. Because to people who believe in religion, they're told to not look for any other gods, to just go blindly and trust. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I have people who are Christians, and for people who drive with their root chakra, it's harder for you to believe in things such as spirituality other than things like Christianity or Hebrews. And I want to ask, like, how many people have heard of Godism? Like, how many people have heard about the devil and how when we call on God, we're calling on him? How many people have heard that God is not the true name? Okay. Now, a person was supposed to come to the United States of America to tell other people what God was about, like what God's real name was, because we weren't calling on God, we were calling on the devil, or what we consider the devil. God bless you. Now, who's to say that the devil isn't the real God we're supposed to be calling on? Because if God's the devil, who's to say the devil isn't God? Like, honestly. Think about that for a minute. And you all can go and fact check, but let me warn you, you're going to have to dig deep, okay? You have to dig deep, because this stuff isn't going to be on the surface. Because if it were to be on the surface, you already know about it. You'd be taught in schools, but people aren't taught things like this in schools. They're taught about history regarding people that classify themselves as white, because they are the weakest race. And I'm just going to be honest for a second. They are. Like, you guys may hear the term cheaters never win. Okay? Most of the white race population who classify themselves as whites don't have any real power. They've taken it from other people, and they've programmed people to believe that they are the most powerful race. And we've just abided by that. By classifying ourselves as racist, by just going off of what they teach in schools, by going with the laws instead of sticking together, tearing each other apart, we're just building up that race. And so soon, those cheaters, they're going to be winners. And it's all going to be because nobody's pointing them out. Think about that for a second. And thirdly, when it comes to spirituality, you're taught a day without laughing is without pride. And when it comes, I don't look for God outside of myself. I look for God within myself, okay? You each have to go along this path of enlightenment. Like, I feel like people aren't understanding this. You have to go along the path of enlightenment. Both times, okay? You have to do with, I am this, I am that, I am this. When it comes to religion, Jesus, let me talk about the Bible for a minute, was talking about how to tell other people, I am Jesus, okay? Therefore, you are Jesus. You are a freaking God. And when it comes to spirituality, they're just straight up about that. You have a higher self. You are an immortal human. You are an immortal being. And you're living a freaking temporary human life. And it's not going to last long. But, oh, hey, you're immortal. You chose to come down here. You chose the life you gave for yourself. There's nothing else to it. There are multiple freaking gods, but they're all part of you. You are those gods. You are those freaking spirits. Gets me wrapped up. So then what's the problem? Like if we know that, and here's the other thing. When it comes to the Bible, it says don't cherish more no other gods. Go in blindly, okay? But for those kids who, like, would you go in blindly if your child, would you tell your child to go in blindly if they were going around and following just some random guy that offered them candy? You say, go blindly and take the candy. Yeah, it's good. No, you wouldn't. So why do that for the freaking Bible? Why go in blindly? Why not check what is going on? Why just, it's because society has been programmed to just follow blindly, to not rebel against what's been put in front of us, to not question it, to not break down these freaking broken roots. Our roots are rotten and old, but yet nobody has the good sense to pull the freaking roots out and plant in a new seed and nourish it and treat it better than the last tree. No one. And then there's all these questions, like, and then no one has the good sense to pay attention, because when somebody is spitting out something you haven't heard of before, or when somebody is spitting out something that, oh hey, it's not well known, why aren't things well known? Because maybe the things that aren't well known is the same ones that would create, like, what's this called? Uphill. That would create uprising between the people. That would create connections with others. That would encourage us to be more compassionate towards other people. Like, maybe. And I've done tarot readings before, okay? And they've come out accurate. And I'm not saying that God isn't real, because I do think that he's real. But when people say, I am hearing this, that, and the third when it comes to God, God told me this, it's because you are God, okay? You are telling yourself this. Your spirit guides are freaking talking to you. When preachers say, I did this, that, and the third, I got it from God, it's because you told yourself that. You are a freaking God. And it's like, what is so hard to understand about? You're surprised that there is not a God outside you? I mean, there's a spirit in everything. Everything has so much meaning. Everything has so much purpose. That is why you must tread carefully, because all of this earth is what society would call holy ground, okay? It should be cherished. Every single step that you take is holy ground, okay? Everything that you touch has a spirit in it. Everything. Whether you believe it or not, it does. When you sit on a chair, guess what? There's a spirit in this chair. Those fake flowers, guess what? There's some type of spirit in that. This floor, okay, has a spirit. The sun, a spirit. The trees, a spirit. The animals, a spirit. Yet we're killing them. We're taking their land. And then we wonder why they're coming up on our freaking yards. And oh, hey, it's not because it's our yards. It's because it's their yards. Okay? We're destroying our earth with these cars and this population. And then we're wondering why. Like, I haven't seen stars outside for days. Okay? Days. Like, every time I look outside, I'm like, where the heck are the stars? Because last year they were here. But now they're not. And so, future generations are going to be looking around, and then, what are you going to do when the world is so freaking messed up that you can't go back? You're going to sit around on your phone, and you're going to pretend like nothing's happening. You're going to go in blindly to both religion and spirituality. You're not going to look for the similarities, except you're going to point out the difference and prove how neither of them are alike. When really, when you get down to the basis of it all, it is. Spirituality goes with being happy, letting go of negative energy. Religion goes with keeping away the devil, which is perceived as evil, okay? Keeping him away. Now here's my question for you. I'm on a test, and this is how you know that many people are programmed to believe that black is evil, and that white is good. And because I was looking on this thing, I was talking about, what would you describe anger with? It was like black, okay? What would you describe happiness with? It was like white, yellow, things like that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? People, like, think back. Think for yourself. Why do you call yourself this race? Why do you classify yourself as yellow? Why do you classify yourself as Asian? Why do you classify yourself as Latino? Why do you classify yourself as freaking black? Why do you classify yourself as white? And for all my Latinos out there, who's to say that you aren't Asian? And don't get me wrong, I've met some. And some, and for different races, there are different cultures. But I've been told that some Latinos think that they're better than other people because of it, but really, you're just the same. And I'm saying, you're better than people. Okay, here's one thing. We're all freaking egos. Like, some people may be on different vibrations. Some people may think differently. Some people's thought pattern may be so out of the freaking loop that you may think they're crazy when really they're just spitting out facts, and you're not. You don't have the guts to hear it, and that doesn't mean they're better than you. That just means they've taken the chance to explore the world, okay? We are all equals. We are all given the same opportunities. No, we're not. I'm sorry. I just stepped out of there. But we could have. We could be. We just choose not to. Yeah, we are. Because guess what? We all have an opportunity to walk out the door, and then all of us, I swear, if every single person in the United States was out there holding up posters saying Donald Trump is no longer president, he'd be out, okay? I'm telling you. Because the government doesn't have any power. People do. You know why? Because people, see, it's babies. They grow up. They come down. They take spirits, okay? They grow up. They get into people. And they classify themselves as things. See, when you're a baby, you don't know anything about races unless you're taught that, oh, hey, you're white and you're better than this race. You're better than that race. You're better than this. And let me tell you that most white people think that they're better than any freaking race. And the thing is, you're not freaking white. Okay? You're not white. You're gonna call white a freaking color. You're gonna classify it white, but then your skin doesn't even look close to white. And here's the other thing. Some of you may hear that black is not a color, so that basically means that people who classify themselves as black, you're nothing. You're non-existent. Okay? And white is a color. And people are so pressed to be this freaking color, but my thing is, why the heck would you want to be a color? I mean, you're an immortal being. Be a freaking immortal being. It just doesn't make sense to me. And the thing is, honestly, to me, it doesn't make sense how people go with that, because they put in science here to make you believe this crap. But I'm sorry, did we do this science experiment where I am able to see what the heck you're talking about and how it's like that? And even then, you're telling me what I'm supposed to be doing to get these results. So how do I really know? Raises the question, huh? And then, he was like, oh, hey, we're trying to give away cancer, but the person who came up with cancer, he's dead. And I wonder why. Oh, it's because he got arrested for carrying money in his pockets. Like, I'm sorry, a person carries money in their pockets and that's a problem? Excuse you. Freaking people carry money in their pockets every single day. They can drive with money. That's not a problem. But here's going to be the excuse. The money was tagged. Yeah, the money had marks on it. The money wasn't clean. Sure. Let me see the money and I'll tell you if it's clean or not. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The money was marked. See, and I'm not sure if that actually happened. I'm not sure if this isn't just a thing that had been spinning because, hey, guess what? Maybe he was an undercover cop. An undercover, okay? And he just fibbed about coming up with the experiment. And the mother said she told him not to because they were going to kill him. And why? Because of money. And the thing is, people used to live without money. See, this went from going to religion and spirituality to the whole universe. And I'm probably going to have to break these up to videos because it just gnaws me. It's like, why? Why do you do these things, okay? What is the purpose? And it's like money, greed, power, okay? But honestly, if we just stop for a second with the freaking money, you'd realize how wealthy we all are in so many freaking different ways. You're wealthy when it comes to family. You're wealthy when it comes to friends. And if you don't have any friends, guess what? That's because you either aren't trying to make friends or you're freaking, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? But people decide to go, like, are you kidding me? It's just dumb. And here's the thing: I haven't mixed all the colors, and I know that this is probably gonna sound weird to you, but you know when you take paint and you mix all the colors, you can come up with black. But the only color white is literally given to you, okay? And if white isn't a color, if black isn't a color, how do you see it everywhere? How when I mix up red, blue, green, all those other colors, I get black? But when I can't mix up anything to get white. I'm sorry, is that not crazy to you? So if anything, white's the one that's not a freaking color and black's the one that is. I mean, blow my mind. And if you don't believe me, buy yourself a paint set and try to make black because here's how it's perceived: that everything, all the colors put together make white. Now you're telling me that if I mix yellow, blue, green, red, I'm not going to get a darker color. I'm going to get in fact lighter color. Okay, and sure, this may be light, but guess what? Oscuro, okay, oscuro is meant to be freaking black. Brillante? Oh, it's white. Are you kidding me? Like, listen. Oh, I can't. I really can't. Like, because I don't understand how people do this themselves. You look and you see and you compare everything, but you can't, like, you see the contrast, you see the differences within everything, but you can't see the freaking similarities and how they actually are the same. And if we know that everything is connected, why not connect it? If you have the dot right here, you have the dot, and it says draw the freaking line. Why aren't you drawing the line? Okay, you're making the line go up here. Okay, you're making the line go down here. When all you have to do is look across you, and you will have the freaking line that will draw for you the picture. But no. So, and I know that video got a bit off track, but it's honest. It's like, what the heck are we doing? And hold on, I'm gonna have to make a video because I want to do a reaction video towards Sorry Not Sorry Future Generations because people need to see that. And changing the world one word at a time. It's on Latifah Queen, I think that's her name, channel, by a company called Get Lit. So yeah. And that's it. That's why I think that religion and spirituality are basically the same thing. It's because A, developing the seed, B, you all have gods within yourself. And like the God that you seek outside, you see that person, that spirits living up there. See, you can't cherish more than one God, but yet you have all these other spirits, like Jesus, the Holy Spirit, God, this, that, and a third for religion. Also, more specifically, Christianity. And then you have spirituality, which you have the spirit guides, you have your higher self, you have that, okay? And you're supposed to keep out negative energies, which goes for spirituality and Christianity, more specifically than religion, because I didn't study all of them, and Christianity is the most widely known one, which goes for keeping away the devil regarding Christianity, and spirituality goes with keeping away negative energies. Okay? So, that's it. Also, I wanted to give a quote. The day wasted is a day without laughing. So, this world is crappy, but it's up to you to change it. But don't forget to have fun, okay, and to enjoy life. Because, I mean, sure, we're gonna have as many lives as we want, right? But ultimately, you're only gonna have this life with the specific people, unless you guys decide to join up again for another go around. And most probably not, but maybe. So, yeah, thank you for watching. And I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you will go back and check up on the facts in case you disagree with any of them, or leave a comment down below, because I know that there will be some people who just don't want to believe what I'm saying. So, and please, if you have a problem with it, go and research yourself and dig deep. Take the time to dig deep, okay? Because that's important too. Don't take what's handed to you. Thank you.